Happy weekend, workshop learners. I hope this finds everybody well. I hope you're enjoying the sunny weather. Hot, but sunny. At least it's not raining. I just wanted to let you guys know or give you guys a quick update on what we've done the past couple weeks and what's coming up ahead. As you know, we've worked our way through Chapter 4 as far as lecturing, and so you should have at least read through Chapter 4, especially if you've missed a class. Make sure you've done the thinking back, thinking ahead, and definitely please make sure you're taking the quizzes. I've got all the quizzes open through Chapter 6, I think, and I'll be opening up Chapters 7, 8, 9, and 10 in the next few weeks. So if you've got some extra time, I encourage you to read ahead. Definitely read ahead as we approach each week in the chapter. So I don't know if this Tuesday night we'll be able to go to Chapter 5. We might. Financial aid is coming to speak to us, and she usually takes up the entire time. So any questions you guys have about financial aid, Tennessee Reconnect, how many semesters can I go, how many hours do I need to take, this is going to be a great time for you to be able to ask those questions one-on-one with somebody. So make sure you come to that. She's going to be very beneficial to you guys. Bring your questions as well. Let's see, and then either this Tuesday night or the next week we will start on Chapter 5. The next Tuesday night we have, we will just be lecturing. I'm looking at our calendar here. Yeah, we'll just be lecturing over Chapter 5. So something I wanted to make sure that everybody understood. I know a couple of you have been out and have written me, what do I need to do? If you'll see in your Dropbox, there is a Dropbox for the self-analysis essay, and so that is something I would love for you guys to do. There's a template for it in Chapter 2 on page 53. This self-analysis essay, it's not your autobiographical sketch. That's going to be due later on. It's not really about you and your upbringing and why you are where you are. This is more about the results from the brain dominance test and the left brain, or the brain dominance and the learning style. So I would love for you just to write me a page paper telling me what results you found. I'm left brain, I'm right brain, I agree with it, I don't agree with it, what your learning style was. I'm active learner, I'm a factual learner. If this is your first paper, or if you've not written a paper in a while, there is a template for it on page 53 and page 54. You can follow it word for word, and don't worry about the turn it in. I'm really just grading because I want to read about you, I want to understand you and get to know you, and I want you to have some practice writing a paper. This is, again, not going to determine, how well you do in the class, or, this is not going to affect you in that way. This is just really good practice for you as far as learning to write a paper and then, going through the process of drafting it and submitting it. You can send it to me and I will proof it. You can also send it to the writing lab. If you remember, they came and talked last week. You can submit your papers there. Give them a few days heads up. Don't expect it back like that day or the next day. And they'll be happy to proof it. This is a good chance for you to be able to work on your grammar without it going to be impacting your final grade. So I would definitely take this opportunity. So just remember that is on page 53. Now, it also talks about the Conley readiness in that. Don't worry about doing that. If you remember, we don't do the Conley college readiness. We do the Cooter journey. So you can include your results from that. Many of you have done that. Some of you have not. I've got the instructions on how to do that. I think that is in Chapter 2. I've got the activation code and the instructions of where to go do that. And that also is a good little inventory to help you figure out what your college career, what you should be doing, especially if you're trying to decide on a career or major. What do I need to do next? So that will be helpful for you. So just work on that paper. Don't stress about it. I'd love to see your results, and you can submit it. It has its own Dropbox in the self-analysis essay. So again, text me if you have any questions. Send me an email. I appreciate everybody working on their thinking back, thinking ahead. I appreciate you working on the template notes and the quizzes. So if you have any questions, just give me a shout some way, and I'll get back to you. If not, I'll see you guys Tuesday evening.